Let me introduce my big friend, the coming for a long way from the Malaysia, the president of Malaysia Diabolo Association, and the man who really make the good events and make the good activity in the Malaysia. We we have the meeting in the Taipei 2 on the Asia Cup, and for the first time, I really love this guy because he is so cool. Yeah, he is he is great. Yeah, hello, Shyan.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Mara.
Yeah, this is very crazy man who can really good explain what is really means Diablo in the Malaysia. So, Wey Shyan, I will give you the word. Come on.
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Wey Shyan from Malaysia, and I represent Malaysia Diabolo Association and send my greetings to all of you. And today I'm going to, rather than saying it is a workshop, but I would like to say it is more to a sharing to you guys the some of the style in Malaysia, and also like I would like to share some like history of Diablo in Malaysia. How long is Diablo have been in Malaysia? So first of all, I would like to introduce to you guys some different kind of Diablo. These are the traditional kind of Diablos. Actually, how many of you guys really know the traditional kind of Diablo? It is actually there's a humming sound when it spins fast. Yeah, you guys can just leave your comment in the chat room. And in Malaysia, Diablo has been around like 20 years and 20 over years, like since about 1995. And thanks to teacher Feng Yaping, where he went to Taiwan and bring back this healthy sport and also a very good culture for Malaysia. So I would like to say that in Malaysia, our Diablo style is actually mostly influenced by the style in Taiwan. It is because both of our countries are in Asia, and we have more collaboration in activities and events. So yeah, I saw someone say monobolos. No, these are not monobolos. These are just Diablos, but this is the very first Diablo that landed in Malaysia, where it looks like a dumbbell. Yeah, and this is the one with the sound, and this one also with the sound. And actually, we used this one back in about 20 years back, and after that, it evolved into this kind and this kind, and now we are using this kind, which is it is more stable, and it can spin faster, and it helps a lot in your trick development. So I would like to share with you this one. I will demonstrate how to play this one, and it will actually get really loud, and you guys can hear and see this. Yeah, this is what we call a Chinese yo-yo. Yeah, in Malaysia, we call Diablo also, we call it the Chinese yo-yo. And you guys hear the sound? Yeah, that's really what the sound that produced from a traditional Diablo. and this is actually hard plastic. And why we revolve? Because this is hard plastic, so it might be dangerous if it hits someone. And afterwards, we, like back in 10 over years back, it evolved into this kind where there's a soft cup to cover the hard plastic. Yeah, and this one also produce sound, but it is not as loud as the one before. Yeah, you guys can hear the sound. Yeah, you can see as the length is quite long, so the stability is not as stable as the current Diablo that we use for this, especially when you play 2 Diablo or 3 Diablos or multiple Diablos, you can feel the difference. So this also, which is quite similar to this one, but this one is without the sound. Yeah, so like back in year 2000 or until like 2006, we are all using this kind. And before 2000 is like about 1995 in Malaysia, the first batch of Diablo, we are using this kind. Yeah, so actually in Malaysia, we also have a lots of very amazing Diablo player, where actually I think most of you guys already know them. And in today, I think I will be showing you guys how do we learn Diablo in the very first place. And for Diablo, actually it is quite popular in Malaysia, especially in the Chinese society, Chinese community in Malaysia. We can learn Diablo in most of the Chinese school, like primary school and secondary school. So, like I have been coaching for many years, coaching Diablo in different education level, and actually we can learn Diablo and master it. Most in average, we can master Diablo in like maybe 3 to 5 years during your school times, or maybe some fast learner they can learn very fast in like maybe 1 or 2 years. So for now, I would like to demonstrate to you guys the basic level that what we teach in Diablo in our Diablo education in Malaysia. Actually, it's not a formal education for Diablo, but we call it as co-curriculum activities, which is apart from the formal education. We have a Diablo Society, and there we learn our Diablos, and the school will hire like a coach or a Diablo teacher to teach the students in the school. So I will demonstrate to you guys what we learned in the very first stage, and it is some of the basic. And okay, actually you can see this is a fixed axle Diablo, where actually in Malaysia we this fixed axle Diablo is a very popular type of Diablo that we use for building up our foundation and in a very early stage of learning Diablo. Okay, so I'll introduce to you 8 basic tricks, 8 very simple basic Diablo tricks that we used to learn in school, like for the first year. Okay, so for the first one, we call it in Mandarin, in Chinese is 蚂蚁上树. In English is we call it elevator. And of course, this is the acceleration part. Okay. Okay, this is the very first basic trick. And before this, our coach will teach the student like how to tilt the Diablo front and back, and also changing the direction. Okay, so the elevator is the first trick, and the second trick is stick grind, where we have to balance the Diablo on our stick. All right, and this is the third, and the fourth. This is the Spiderweb. Yeah, this four basic, and followed by this one. Okay. I believe the name of the tricks will be different in different country, so you guys can figure out. Okay, now I'm going to do the seventh trick, which is this one, and the eighth trick is we toss the Diablo. Okay, so actually we have to practice our acceleration, and until we could do the 8 tricks all together in a combo. That means we accelerate until it spins into a very fast speed. Then we can do all the tricks in a series. Okay, this is the first, the second, the third one, fourth, and the fifth one, sixth trick, seventh trick, and the last one. So you guys can see the Diablo is still spinning. Yeah, and this is a fixed axle. Yeah, so actually this is what the basic one that we learn in basically the first stage of our Diablo life in Malaysia. And of course we have different variation derived from the 8 basic trick over there. And don't limit your creativity in Diablo. So, and after the 8 tricks that we learn, we'll be learning like around the leg and hands, like this one. Just a moment. And some variation. And of course, around the hand. And some variation from it. Okay, and yes, it's under the legs. Yeah, and back in those days, we use this kind of Diablo to do all the tricks that I show you guys just now. And it's actually quite challenging to use this kind of, we call it old kind of Diablo, because of the stability and the speed is not as lasting as this kind. Yeah, so, and it is not bearing, so it is quite challenging. But I think it is a good thing to encourage the kids and the students to be more patient in learning Diablo. and they can actually build up a very good foundation in balancing and also accelerating the Diablo, so that they can learn Diablo in a way that they can maintain the speed and also maintain the spinning of the Diablo, so that you can develop more combos in a series. So that's some basics about the Diablo culture in Malaysia. And the next thing is, what do we learn after learning the first stage? Most of the people nowadays, you want to learn like vertex or integrals. Yeah, actually we did also help to develop all the tricks that our students wish to learn, and before we going into two Diablos, we have to do the trick of under the lake, like maybe 100 times or 200 times. You have to make sure you master the trick under the lake, so that you can have a very good foundation before going into two Diablos. Because if we play two Diablo, it's just like we are doing. It is quite similar to under the lake trick, because our lake is just like the second Diablo. You see? So our lake is just like the second Diablo. So before we learn to put in the second Diablo, we have to make sure we are good in under the lake tricks, and now we can put in the second one. Because you guys can see the movement of my right hand moving downwards, like push, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is quite similar to what I do for the leg part. You see my hand position are the same, and I can also count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is a very similar thing that we used to learn to Diablo. Yeah, from Milak. Okay, under the legs body combo, I start practice to Diablo after learn infinite suicide. Yes. And do you teach new students to do sun? Yes, but actually depends on your ability and your foundation, whether it is good enough to do different tricks. So as a coach, as a teacher, we will determine what is the level of students, and we'll, after we determine the level of student, and we'll see how and what tricks to teach for the next. Yeah. So actually I would like to also introduce like a few of our very good and amazing Diablo players later on, where I will need Maret's help to switch the screen. Yeah, but before that, I look at the chat first. Do you teach a say trick mini genocide? You say trick. Yeah, actually we converse much in Chinese, in Mandarin, in Malaysia when we teach Diablo, unless we teach like international students. Yeah, now on the screen here is Hok Ing, one of our very amazing Diabloists from Malaysia, and I invite him to join this meeting and workshop, so he can show you guys some of his very good tricks. And let Hok Eng introduce himself.
Hi guys,
Hok.
my name is Hok Eng. I'm a Diabolo player from Malaysia. So I will show you some tricks to see.
Yeah, Hok Eng is actually combining like different tricks together and make it in a series in a combo. And this is what we call under the leg, and also its variation. We used to learn all these tricks in a school in Malaysia, in Malaysia way, in Malaysia style. And this kind of trick is quite popular among the schools in Malaysia. If you guys wish to learn any of the tricks that Hok Eng did, you can just leave your message in the chat, and he'll teach for upon request. Yes, it's very good. From Marat, can Hok Eng teach one cool trick right now? Hok Eng, maybe you can teach everyone one of the very cool tricks that you think it is quite is very easy to learn.
Yeah.
Just think of one basic one and maybe some creative one.
Okay. Okay. First, left hand right, then do suicide, I think.
Okay.
And after you release your right hand hold the left string. So the sticks change. The right stick move to left hand and the left hand drop down and catch the Diabolo and change.
Okay, can do it again.
One,
Release. Change.
and catch.
Okay. Then release.
One.
Okay. Okay, anyone not understand for this part?
Oh, Diabolo.
Yeah, from Igor Kritkin to Diablo orbits. But for now, I think just now the trick you can just repeat in a slower version.
Okay.
Yeah, from Batlog Match Milek slow motion. Okay. Okay, just do your best and make it as slow as possible. Okay. Make a wrap using your left hand and release your right stick and change. Okay. All right.
Another variation of easy version maybe is like this. Hold here. And then push. When you push, you let go your stick here. And your left hand swing the stick. Like this. The right stick will move in front and the left stick will move ahead. Again.
Okay.
So
one more time.
then until here, let go.
Right. That's a very quick switch of sticks on your right hand.
Maybe one easier trick.
Yeah.
So this you need more speed for the Diabolo. And
Yes,
you
because
do
it
a
will lock,
normal,
it will lock the Diablo.
yeah, normal right hand wrap inside wrap. And you let go your right stick and push a bit. And your left hand.
Yes. Yes. You guys understand? Yeah, maybe you can demonstrate for 2 Diablos.
Okay.
From Sir Lock. 左右棍向下甩换手。对吗？古文刚刚是，你可以再做一次。
对，右左棍。The first trick. And the second trick.
Yes, this is fixed axle.
And then plus change. Change.
Yeah.
To Diabolo.
Okay, yes, 2 Diablo. Yeah, this is actually two different tricks, but can be combined together. And two Diablos did the same. Yeah, great. He's actually using fixed axle Diablo, so actually have to accelerate until a certain speed, which is optimum to do the combo trick. And two Diablo under the leg. Yes, this is also what we learned in Diablo class in Malaysia, where this trick is considered as intermediate level. Yes. Any questions? Just feel free to ask. All right, maybe Hawking, you can explain. You can pick one of the trick that you show just now and explain in detail. Just one of the trick would be good for two Diablo. From Maxon, do you teach international student Diablo in Malaysia? Yes, actually we teach international school in Malaysia. Actually, upon request by the school. Yeah, Hawking, your turn. Ah, okay. This is not too hard. Okay, catch. Then you swing up one of the Diablo and catch the stick.
More easy trick is this open.
All right.
First is this and
Close. It is like continuous. Yes, you can make a continuous one.
Like when you close, then close and here it is close. Continuous.
Okay. Then release
And
and
have one basic trick is change Diabolo acceleration. Like this.
change acceleration. Okay. Oh, all right. You can switch to another one and accelerate.
Yeah. And leave it there.
Okay.
And then wrap again. Unwrap and wrap. And go faster. Can
You
go
use another Diablo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I use
yes, this is different
the
color,
upper.
so you guys can see clearly.
Yeah. Cross. Yeah. Down.
Okay.
Up.
See,
Change.
now it's pink and it's purple. Pink.
And then
Okay.
you finish it just open and go very fast also.
Yeah, there's a very good effect, and it's very cool effect if you do it continuously in a very fast pace. All right. Thank you, Hawking.
Okay.
Thank you so much. And next, I would like to introduce to all of you another person, another player in Malaysia, where he do a lot of Diablo effort in the way of performing art. Yeah, and he is Reen Ma, and he is now actually in a booth in a shopping mall, and let us welcome Reen Ma. Okay, so he will be demonstrating some of the Diablo move where integrate with body movement like dance um, and also cartwheel by using single hand. So any of you can uh, feel very interesting on his move can just learn from this very short demonstration. Yeah, okay, I pass to Rin.
All right, thank you, Shan. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you guys. But sorry that allow me to wearing up the mask during the whole video, because in Malaysia, because of the COVID-19, we need to wear mask in public. All right. But
Yes, stay safe
do let
over
me
there
know
in
if
public.
if you hear my voice clearly. Thank you. So just get you guys around, have a look with the bazaar. It's a Malaysia bazaar, so I'm here to promoting the culture of Diablo, and then maybe have some activities for them. And then just have some product to sell. Yeah, here's Jan. Here's your Diablo mini Diablo, and then here's some my T-shirt that I designed for Diablo kind of fashion. So just a new, yeah. This is in Chinese word 车, and then ling. So Diablo in Chinese is called 车ling. So it's 车 in here, CHE, and then this is ling. So it's some kind like this. And then now I have a space here, so I can just show you guys some of my tricks, and then hope you guys enjoy.
Yes, there's an infinite suicide. Yes, as we can see, Rin is doing Diablo tricks with a very cool body movement. But I guess you need lots of space to do this. Yeah, thank you. So amazing. Yeah,
Thank you.
you guys actually
So
can learn from this.
yeah, so basically what I learned, also major in Diabolo, and then I'm also learning dancing, starting with contemporary dance, and also what we call is Chinese cultural dance. So I will just try to involve and then make the dance move into the Diablo tricks. And also learning tricking and flip. So my style is more to the flipping kind of Diablo tricks. Yeah.
Yep. Yes. It's very good to see the effort of Rinma incorporating dance move, contemporary dance, and also different kind of body movement, and to use to apply on Diablo tricks. Where this is, I think, a very cool and very new trend, and where I think this is a very good development for Diablo, not only in Malaysia, and I think it is a very unique style that we can develop in the Diablo. So I hope you guys can really enjoy the move that Reen demonstrated just now. And okay, now let us thank Reen Ma for one more time for his really cool demonstration. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, so basically, I invited two of our very remarkable and also very amazing Diablo player in Malaysia, just to let all of you see um, how how is the Diablo style in Malaysia, and the sharing from just now is how we promote Diablo sport and also culture in Malaysia. So I think that's all for today. You guys still have any questions? Can just ask in the chat room. And actually, I quite appreciate the effort from Marat and also European Diablo Association for organizing this online conference and workshops, where all of us in different place in this in this international different country in different country we can just work together and understand each other, and also get to know different Diablo culture and also its development in different countries. So I think this is a very good sharing platform. Yeah. All right. um,
Yeah. That's
yeah, hi Marat.
hi, Wey Shyan. That looks great, really. Every time when I see how the Wey Shyan or all other Malaysia guys is showing their Malaysia style trick, I say, wow, okay, how they do it. During this demonstration, I'm not sure, it's some kind of the workshop demonstration, explanation, and Malaysia style diabolation, I think something like that. Oh,
Yes.
uh,
Indeed.
it looks crazy, and I'm really big thank you for your take part in. Of course, we're understanding in the only 1 hour we can't show and teach everything we really can do. So
Yeah.
guys, if you have some questions or you need to explain some tricks, just chat to the Wey Shyan. I think there is no problem for him to explain and show what's going on.
Yeah, sure.